It was one of those cold, merciless evenings when the rain didn't just fall, it slammed down like nature was angry. The kind of night when people rush home, lights blur behind fog windows, and no one stops for anyone. Except for a 16-year-old boy named Ethan Carter, whose life was about to change forever because of a single decision on that stormy road. "Hey, are you okay, sir?" Ethan's voice trembled as he pulled his old rusted pickup beside a soaked figure standing next to a monstrous black Harley Davidson. The man turned tall, broad-shouldered, tattoos crawling up his neck, a leather vest patched with a red and white insignia that read Hell's Angels. His beard was wet, his eyes dark and unreadable. He didn't say a word for a long moment, just stared at Ethan like he couldn't believe someone had stopped. "Bike's dead," the biker finally grunted. "Battery's gone. Guess even angels fall sometimes." Ethan laughed nervously, unsure if it was safe to even talk to him. Every story he'd heard painted the Hells Angels as dangerous men, outlaws, rebels, the kind of people you never approached. But something about the man's voice didn't sound dangerous. It sounded tired. "Hop in," Ethan said, motioning to the passenger seat. "There's a diner a few miles ahead. We can call for help from there." The biker hesitated, then gave a half-smirk before climbing in. His name was Ray Donovan, but everyone on the road called him Razor. The ride was silent except for the sound of rain hammering the windshield. Ethan could feel the man's presence like a storm sitting beside him, heavy, mysterious, and somehow sad. At the diner, over steaming coffee and the soft hum of an old jukebox, they talked. Ethan learned that Ray was on his way to visit someone he hadn't seen in years, his daughter, whom he hadn't spoken to since she was little. "She probably doesn't even remember me," Ray said, staring at his cup. "I wasn't there when she needed me most." Ethan didn't know what to say. He saw a man haunted by choices he couldn't take back, a man who looked dangerous on the outside but was breaking quietly inside. "You can't change the past," Ethan said softly, "but you can still show up now. That's what matters." Ray looked at the boy for a long time and smiled faintly. "You sound like someone a lot older than 16. When the rain eased, Ethan offered to drive Ray to the next town, where a mechanic could fix his Harley. On the way, they stopped at a small gas station. Ethan noticed Ray scribbling something on a napkin. "What's that?" he asked. "Something for you, kid," Ray replied, folding it and tucking it into Ethan's jacket pocket. "For stopping. For not judging me when everyone else does." They parted ways soon after. Ethan never saw the man again that night, but that napkin stayed in his pocket until he got home. When he unfolded it, he found a single line and a name signed beneath it. The line read, "Sometimes angels don't wear halos, they wear scars." And under it, Ray Donovan's signature. There was also a phone number. Weeks passed. Then one afternoon, Ethan came home to find police cars outside his house. His mother was pale, clutching a letter. "It's from someone named Ray Donovan," she whispered. He's gone." The letter explained that Ray had finally gone to see his daughter, but before he could reach her, he was caught in a road accident. The doctors said he'd been badly injured but had asked for one thing before losing consciousness, to deliver a sealed envelope to Ethan Carter. Inside that envelope was a deed, a full scholarship paid to a local automotive school, under Ethan's name. And a note that read, "Fix engines, fix hearts. You fixed mine when no one else tried." Ethan stood frozen, tears mixing with the memory of rain. The boy who stopped for a stranger realized he hadn't just helped a biker that night, he'd helped a father find peace. Years later, Ethan became a skilled mechanic, opening his own workshop named Angel's Garage. On the front wall hung a framed napkin, worn and faded, with those same words, "Sometimes angels don't wear halos, they wear scars." One day, a woman in her late 20s walked in with a small girl by her side. "You must be Ethan," she said, her eyes glassy. "My father told me about you before he died." "I'm Lily Donovan." Ethan smiled faintly. "He told me about you too." They talked for hours about Ray, about forgiveness, about how one act of kindness can echo through lives you never expect. Before she left, Lily whispered, "He always said you were his second chance." That night, as Ethan closed the garage and looked up at the fading sky, he whispered, "Ride free, Ray." The rumble of a passing Harley in the distance felt like an answer, a promise that angels still ride among us.